What gets you going?
What gets you going? You're like, yeah, nah, I'm still gonna do this.
Oh.
I'm still gonna make it work.
What's that something? Because you mentioned you have mindset coach as well, right? What is their advice to keep you sane or something that you go by that okay?
To align yourself up again and keep going.
Yeah. So I do have a mindset coach, but I have done an incredible amount of work on my own mindset over the last over the last 5 years. Ever since that breakup happened, I've been oh my gosh, learning neuro-linguistic programming. I listen to anything about neuroplasticity. I listen to everything about visualizing, manifesting, like you name it. I'm like, give me the hacks, give me the hacks. And I just, you know what? When you give up, you've given up. Like I know we talk about it a lot, and you know, I was listening to Steve's podcast that you guys did the other day, that he mentions just there's always a solution. There's always a solution. There's always a solution. So it was every time I put my head in my hands and go, oh gosh, is now the time that I give up? Is now the time that I give up? I just think, nah. How that 3-letter word, how do I make this work? How do I make this work? And sometimes, you know, you have to take a bit of a step backwards to go forward. Most of the time you have to take a step backwards or a side step or do something else and go, okay, I'm gonna have a look and see what's not working. What's my end goal? What do I want? So I sit there in those moments where I go, I just want to give up. And then I calm myself. I sit down and go, no, what do I want? What do I actually want? It's like, no, I want a really successful business. I want to make this, you know, I want to make it work. I want to make a really successful business. Actually, this is the other thing that I learned in uni. So when I left school, I had like below average grades. Like below average. It wasn't that I was, you know, I'd love to say that I was one of these, you know, people who was you know, really struggled through school and really, no, I didn't. I was just kind of lazy and didn't really apply myself. And, you know, very nice of you to say that. Good one. But I honestly don't think that that's going to happen. Aww. Like, good on you for trying. Good on you for, you know, wanting to go for it. But, you know, it's not going to happen. And I sat there and went, I'm going to do it. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you. And you'd lose the computer. She bought me a computer for my final year at uni. I honestly think like it was one of the first. It was one of the first ones. I think this thing cost like £5,000. That's the equivalent of like $10,000 in and in that time as well.
30 grand, it's like 20 grand right now.
It was a massive investment. I used to carry this thing around like it was the most precious thing in the entire world. But do you know what it meant? Yeah, it meant that I could sit at home and I could do my thesis and I could do all of that. And with all of these papers and highlighters kind of everywhere. Anyway, I flipping aced it. Like I got a first class honours degree at the end of that.
The challenge always works, you know, and especially when you say, I'm going to show you.
Yeah,
that works.
I'm going to do it every single time. I'm going to do it. And bless him, the lecturer who said, Laura, you know, nice plan. He did show up on graduation day with a bottle of champagne. And he said, look, this is the first time that anyone has ever got a first class honours in this particular subject, especially also coming from overseas.